Sometimes you think you understand control, but control is only an illusion. And feelings, they don't obey. They repeat, they stay. Feel, cold, heart. How does it feel to trade me like you do? When you've laid your hands upon me and told me who you are. Thought I was mistaken. I thought I heard your words. Tell me, how do I feel? Tell me now, how do I feel?
Jeff Zarling cover remixes.
Those who came before me. Those who came before me. Live through their vocations. From the past until completion, they'll turn away. No more. And still I find it so hard to say what I need to say. But I'm quite sure that you'll tell me just how I should feel today. Feel control. I see a ship in the harbor. I can and shall obey. But if it wasn't for your misfortune, I'd be a heavenly person And I thought I was mistaken. And I thought I heard you speak. Tell me, how do I feel? Tell me now. How should I Now I stand here waiting. I thought I told you to leave me while I walk down.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Well, good evening, Erie County. I have to get this little disclaimer out before we go any farther into this show. I'm sick, so I'm going to put a cough drop in so I don't start coughing. So don't get too close to the speakers. I don't want to get you sick either. Okay, as I roll my eyes, that's not true. I'm here in Harbor Creek, and you're wherever you are on the internet watching the show tonight. And again, let's not forget to say Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. I didn't get to call my dad today because I had to work. Came home, took a little nap because I was whooped. And then I will call him later and say Happy Father's Day here on the show so everybody and their brother knows that I did acknowledge my father for Father's Day. So yeah, a lot of things going on. Excuse me. I was going to have a guest on tonight. I had a couple of them lined up, but knowing my work schedule was wonky today and not feeling well, I just did not think it was right to subject to them to listening to my nasal and trying to get some good questions and have some good dialect. So, Dave, I want you to know your nuisance bar video is on deck. It is, I think it's the top 3 because we like to do local stuff first. Lots of local stuff going on. How about that city council meeting? Oh my God. It was long, almost 5 hours long. Oh my goodness, Stan, nice seeing you yesterday. Speaking of yesterday, we had the Mike Kelly pig roast out at Gravel Pit Park in Northeast. Thank you. Everybody showed up and donated for the candy fund. A special thank you to Mel and her lovely husband for helping out with everything. We had a great turnout. I mean, we were like, well, it's busy, summertime, people are gonna be busy. We had a lot of people. Oh, we got Dave calling in. Hi, Dave, you're live.
Mr. Shank, how's it going on this Sunday afternoon?
Just muscling through this cold that just came out of nowhere and got Brendan and I both sick. But your video is coming up. It'll be up. It's on deck. We had to kind of cut.
Oh, okay.
We shortened it up just a little bit for time.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I know you have to. It was a little long, but I just want to go over a few things with that video.
Yeah, 'cause it's your nuisance one you just sent us.
Yeah. Well, about a week ago, I received an email at 3:00 in the morning.
What?
From our mayor.
No way.
Now, as you know, I send the mayor, and I also send council numerous videos. I mean, I don't attend the council meetings and go and public comments, but I give them one better. I actually show them what's going on in the hood. So she sent me an email at 3:00 in the morning, and this is what was said. This is from Double D. It's 3 a.m., and I just left the 3rd shift ride along with the Erie Police Department. I was in one of 5 cars circling Pete's Pub and the gas station.
Nice.
By 2:45 a.m., nearly everybody was dispersed. You send me reminders all the time that doesn't happen, so I thought I'd point out when our officers do their job and do it well. I hope you have a peaceful evening.
Peaceful.
Now yeah. So I responded to her with my email.
Uh-oh.
And very short and sweet. I responded back the next day. I got up at 8:00 in the morning. She sent me this at 3 in the morning. Let's hope it stays that way. ... But I doubt it. Okay. Now that brings me to my next the video this week. Just yesterday, actually, very early this morning. So on the video, I put down one of them, I put text down to tell the people what's going on. I put down, boy, my doubt didn't take long for me to be right again. Read it, or rather watch it and weep. So I sent her that video that apparently you have on deck.
Yes.
And then after I sent the video to her, I also sent an email to her, which read, the subject was our email exchange. Don't ever doubt me.
Ooh.
And I responded by saying, didn't last long, did it? 1 week to be exact. This was spillover, I believe, from the afternoon fiasco at Perry Square, the glorious sacred Juneteenth celebration. Oh, well, next weekend is another. Enjoy. Hope you had a good night's sleep last night. I'm in the process of creating the full video with the loud mouths that initially woke me up. I initially got woke up by a bunch of loud mouths, but the one that I sent her was just the end part where, believe it or not, the Erie police showed up and they were on their loudspeakers. And guess what time that was?
2:45.
2:45 in the morning. The same time that Daria sent me that email saying she was there at 2:45 last week, and it was all quiet. But she just wanted to let me know that, it was sort of a snippy email that she sent me. Didn't see anything. Well, come on down around the hood down here, and we'll see, how long it lasts. She just happened to pick a night that nothing was going on, apparently. That was last week.
Right. Well,
and that I think that snippy email was not appropriate. Just like how they're complaining about I didn't, Brzezinski,
Oh,
which is another joke.
they look so stupid. They really do. I got a message. Someone had posted that some you can tell she's a left, no problem. Because I watched her show the other night, and you were being mean, and you're not very nice to Mr. Horton. Well, I had the pleasure or mispleasure, however you want to look at it, working with him on county council. I know him very, very well, and I am not jealous of Andre Horton. I'm really, really not. But thank you for watching my show. Thank you for help my little counter ticker views go up. Thank you. I appreciate that. So if you're watching tonight, thanks for watching again. And all the people that like to lay in the shadows. And I'm still waiting for our apologies from Miss Jasmine calling all of us Republicans KKK members. I'm waiting. Still waiting.
Yeah, I seen something on your Facebook. What the heck was that about? She was complaining about Davis, I believe.
Oh well, yeah, they're always complaining about Davis about this and the other thing. He's not the county executive anymore,
Right.
And the pizza lady was there, with their big poofy hair, talking about the little sheds, the little houses that they're, that whole debacle thing. And
Yeah.
I knew they weren't going to do that project. I would have bet you a cardboard pizza.
Yeah. Cardboard pizza at Vogel's joint.
Yeah. So hey, it is what it is. Davis made some good tactical mistakes, on his campaign. Sometimes you can't always throw grenades. Sometimes you have to be nice. And we were just talking about this last night at the pig roast. People are like, well, why did you run? I said, come on, man. That last run, Davis and Tiffany, that was $500,000.
Oh, Tiffany.
Well, that was her name. That's how she was born. But hey, whatever. They already hate me anyway, so they can't come to my house and yell at me too.
I got you.
I wish I had a cry button. I wish I really did. We're gonna have to program a cry button in here, so every time we talk about the doctor, I can hit the.
Wow, you can get. Oh, that's easy. That's easy to get. Just
I got buttons here. I just got to program it up.
Yeah, that's simple to do.
No, we'll get that, and that's fine. I don't care what the people of the city of Erie say. I work in this city. They take my taxes out of my check, and I have no vote or say on what they do with it. We just go there. They take our money, and we have zero to say. Taxation without representation. But hey, what am I? I digress.
Yeah, it's ridiculous anymore. I'm getting really disgusted with this administration and this council. Oh, and then I watched that council meeting, the last one where there was 58. I didn't watch the whole thing. I got so disgusted I had to shut it off.
Oh,
there was 58 people that were up there, and I believe there was one that had maybe some city business to discuss.
You mean actually discuss what was on the agenda for the council meeting about the landlord and all the new fees and stuff that were coming in there under the rental program that they're implementing. And of course, here we are, classic, lies and deception and misdirection to not make you pay attention to what they're really working on. But they actually had a chairperson that had some guts, would have shut that crap down. Just like we did. That's what we did with the when they were going crazy about the whole Neptune project.
I remember that.
Shut it down. I'm not going to sit there for 5 hours and let you people sit there and bash and bash and bash and gets absolutely nowhere.
It's the same thing.
Right.
Over and over.
Right. It's the same thing. Okay, I heard you the first 50 times. Guess what? It's up. It's running. It's a great program. I stand by it still today as much as I did the day I cast that vote. I challenge these haters to go down there and watch all the little school kids that are being homeschooled and sit there and just in awe of what they do with that project. I dare them go down. I'll buy you coffee. We should have coffee at the library and I'll pay because it's an awesome sight to see all those little open minds learning about Lake Erie and how bad of we're treating it. So
yeah,
I stand by it. I do. That was one of my most proudest things I voted on because it changed Erie County. It put us on the map. It changed us. But the Rennie Raiders were so mad. That's their library. No, guess what? It's my library too. And it passed. Meh, meh, meh.
But when those people were talking, I shut it off after 25 because I was counting.
Oh,
You know,
it's disgusting.
I had a piece of paper. I was going 1, 2, 3, 4, and then a slash through the 4. That would have been 5. I got to 25. And I says, "This is ridiculous." And then I scrolled because I watch it all on tape. I don't watch it,
Yeah,
or
I
I
know.
watch it. I don't watch it live. So I scrolled forward and I listened to Horton. He was actually talking about him when he was a kid. I mean, I don't know what this has to do with city council. Him as a kid was up on top of a car. There was a dog barking at him, and some guy was telling him to get off his car. And Horton's complaining about, well, the dog's going to bite me. And I said, what is this city council coming to?
It's a dog and pony show. It is.
And then one of the other council persons, I'm not going to mention no names.
Why not?
She was talking about
See?
pimples on her face when she was a kid. She had a acne problem. I'm thinking, what the hell has this got to do with city council?
I could almost guess who that is. I mean, really.
Yeah. But anyways, that's that. So I says I don't even know if I'm gonna even watch these city council meetings anymore. They're totally out of control.
Well,
Nothing's about city business.
No, and that's why they were like, you're mean to the people. No, I actually focused on what we're supposed to be doing, and it was so funny. And again, I'll pick on Andre Horton. We had Andre Horton. He wasn't at one of our meetings. He wasn't there. Whatever reason, he was doing whatever Andre Horton does. I was out of there less than a half an hour, taking care of the county
I can
business.
imagine. He's just a babbler.
And we tried to change, like when you see congressional hearings, you see where they put time limits on stuff. We tried to do that. Oh my God, you swear to God, I stole their Jolly Ranchers. That we were putting a time limit on Rennie Raiders and the Andres that can't get on their 10-minute dissertation. Mary Rennie would sit right next to me as vice chair and have pages of already written script on what she was ranting about this week.
Yeah, they should have a time limit on that, right. Even for
I tried, but they wouldn't do it. They
wouldn't do it.
Nope. No.
Yeah.
Nope.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, and of course, Terry Blood Money Scatella, he's not gonna rock the boat on that one.
No,
so it is what it is.
All right, that's all I got.
All right, sir.
I got for today. So
yeah, that's all right. Like I said, I got the Sean Lafferty. I'm sitting there looking at him because he will be the first video we play.
I'll be listening.
All right. Thanks for your call, man.
Yeah.
Well, I got a text message from Crybaby is top in music. There. Music, baby crying. All right, I'm gonna have to keep that queued up every time we talk about Tiffany. We'll throw that up there. Hi, Kim, you're live.
Well, good evening, Brian. I forgot you were working today. I apologize for calling you so early.
That's all right. I said I'm working. I can't talk.
Well, good evening, everybody, and happy Father's Day from Jason Ritchie and Stacy Garrity, soon to be sitting in Harrisburg as our governor and lieutenant governor.
Yeah, I know. We just got to get people to motivate. We got to do better than 15% turnout rate in the Republican Party. We gotta get that, and then I feel it. I feel some movement. I do. I really do. Maybe
I sure do too. And one thing I want to ask everybody out there, something really, really simple that Jason and Stacy are asking you guys to do is please, when you see something online, please like it and share it. And with that, Brian, I want to thank everybody out there. These people, the captain of the brig ship Niagara, the intern captain, when he put out those flags about Trump in 8647, we reached so many views just by all of you sharing that. And I really appreciate it. And it did get to Harrisburg, and it did get the attention of our great AG, Dave Sunday. There is an AD looking at that. So I want to thank you guys. And that just proves the power of sharing. So thank you all so much. And we have to do it for Jason and Stacy because Shapiro, he's a con artist and he's just a liar, plain and simple.
Oh, I totally get it, and I might have text Stacy and sent her maybe the link to that story, so she might know about it too. I'm just saying.
Oh, yeah, they know. They know. Brian's got a hotline right to Stacy. We got one right to Jason. And so they're aware of what we're facing here in Erie County. And with that, we've got some great events coming up. Hey, buckle up, boys and girls, because it's going to be a fun month, starting with the 4th of July, celebrating 250 years of freedom. We want you guys to all join us and celebrate Mike Kelly and Stacy Garrity by participating in the Lawrence Park 4th of July parade. It
Good
is one of
parade.
the best parades ever. Brian, Brenda, myself, and all of our patriots, we've been doing it, what now, Brian, for almost 10 years?
We've been doing it for a while.
We've been doing it for a long time, and we will be doing it on July 4th. You can see all the information about it on Brian's Facebook, my Facebook. So we really want you guys to come out for that. And then speaking of our great veteran, Colonel Stacy Garrity, she will be here in Erie on July 6th. Brian, I am proud to announce, will be her veterans advocate for the campaign. And he's setting up a great roundtable with Stacy Garrity. She wants to talk to our veterans and ask what she can do for them once she becomes the governor. So she will be meeting with some of our local veterans and having a roundtable with them. And like I said, Brian is her veterans advocate. He is hard working on her campaign, and he will be taking care of all of that. So thank you, Brian.
My pleasure.
And
Anything for the team.
absolutely. And then on July 7th, those of you who have made local committee, congratulations. Welcome aboard. And I hope you all will make the reorganization on July 7th out in Springfield at the Federated Church at 7 p.m. And with that, I bring some great news from Harrisburg. Mr. Scott Pressler of Early Vote Action has endorsed Mr. Brian Shank to be our new chairman of the local party, and even Senator Dave McCormick. Dave McCormick spent time out of his busy schedule to talk to me, and he's throwing his full support behind Brian as well. So please, if you are on the local ECRC committee, please get out to that reorganization. My full support behind Brian. We need to do things differently. We need to start moving in Erie County, and we need to grow our party and make sure we smash them Democrats. So please, I hope you all make that. It's at 7 o'clock after dinner. Really easy to get to. If you need instructions, let us know. And then you know me. I like to give things away. I like to have fun. So I've done something really, I don't know about this, Brian, but I had to go out.
Uh-oh.
Me and my good friend, Brian Shank, we've rented out a whole movie theater. Tinseltown, we've rented out a whole theater for July 11th. So everybody can come. What's better than celebrating 250 years of freedom than going to see the release of the movie Washington?
Looks
So,
pretty good.
It looks like it's going to be fabulous.
Yeah.
Without him leading the charge in the Revolutionary War, we might not have this freedom that we all take for granted. So come on out, 7 p.m., Tinseltown. Come watch Washington with us at Tinseltown at the movie theater, free of charge. We're going to give you your drinks, your popcorn, your candy, and it's going to be a blast. And then on the 19th of July, we're going to give you free bowling, pizza, wings, cocktails at Green Garden Lanes. I got to quit planning so many fun things, Brian. I don't know what's wrong with me.
You're
I've
making me
gone
tired.
crazy.
Making me tired, kid.
I
Just
know.
telling you.
I know. So, hey, we're going to be putting out a calendar for everybody. And then August 1st, okay, this is not for free, everybody. Stacy is out dollared 3-1 against Josh Shapiro. So our whole caucus on this side of the state, we're putting together a fabulous fundraiser for Stacy. We are selling tickets for $50 a piece to go on the Titusville Railroad. August 1st, the train leaves at 5 p.m. I'm telling you what, if you want to see congressmen, if you want to see legislators, if you want to spend one-on-one time with Stacy or with Jason, this is the train ride of all train rides. The tickets are $50 a piece. Contact me or Brian. Thank you for putting that up, guys.
Of course.
Every penny of this money will go right towards their campaign. As you guys know, they are the best fit for this position, but unfortunately in politics, it takes moolah to win these races. So if anybody's interested on going on this fabulous train ride, get a hold of me or Brian. We will get you your tickets. And with that, happy Father's Day to everybody. Can't wait to talk to you again next weekend. We'll just be coming back from DC and we'll have a whole report on that as well. I'm getting tired of having so much fun. I tell you, I'm going to have to take a nap, as Brian says. So with that, happy Father's Day. Have a blessed day, and we'll talk to you soon. And stay frosty, and let's get rid of the hate out there and watch your six. Bye-bye, Brian.
All right. Thanks, Kim. Appreciate that. A lot of things going on. And, our friends at AFP, great pack, great organization, have really blessed us with coming to Erie and say, hey, you know what? Erie's not been taken care of. We talk a good talk that Erie's important. Erie's important. Erie's important with all the elections. But no one's actually showed up and said, hey, what can we do to make your guys' life easier and be proactive? And we're not here selling you anything. We're not selling you for donations. We're not here promoting candidates. We're here as a pack just to show you that there are people out here that actually care and how important Erie County is. And Gordon, our liaison, the big guru himself and his lovely wife and his dog, they showed up yesterday at the pig roast. He literally just had surgery, and you could tell he was struggling to walk a little bit, but he came to the event. And we met a lot of great people, a lot of new faces came, and Mike Kelly picked up the tab. The ladies all came together, made a dish for everybody, kind of a potluck. Brenda made this beautiful American flag pastry dish. I didn't even get a bite. I got robbed, but that's okay. I took it out of the oven because it was hot and heavy. So I picked it up and did that, but it was really, really good. We'll have to put some pictures up and show you. She spent hours on this thing and it came out absolutely flawless. Obviously it was good. It was gone. There was literally nothing left in the pan, like someone swabbed the deck of the pan. So, I mean, that's it. A lot of things moving on. Check out my social media. Check out Facebook. We try to keep everything very active. I literally took my 5,000th friend today. And our following is increasing. Our numbers on these shows are increasing. So I don't know. And it's funny because when the haters come in and watch the show, you're helping my stats, right? Thank you. And speaking of which, let's see who's winning tonight. Let's go. It's a dead tie between Facebook and YouTube. But like I always say, please lean a little bit towards YouTube. Facebook has a tendency to delete these videos out after like 30 days. I don't know why, but they do. But YouTube does not. So let's show YouTube the love that they show us by not deleting our content, and we appreciate that. I've every show I've ever done is up there. You can see how wonky our first couple shows were, but that's okay. I could have taken them down. So, those aren't really the best. I want to show you how we progressed, with support and people and viewers and getting better ratings, and we appreciate that. So enough of talking, because like I said, I'm not going to do a lot of talking today. I keep inhaling cough drops. This is Dave's video. It's titled Nuisance Bar. So Brenda, please.
Police Nuisance Bar Task Force is now aiming to track down any potential bars that may be a nuisance bar to the neighborhood. The task force would declare a nuisance bar if the activity inside, outside, or within the vicinity of the bar is harmful to the surrounding neighborhood. Police Captain William Marucci of The police department says the task force would begin to investigate once there's a pattern spotted by neighbors and police see disturbances in the neighborhood.
Oh, you wait for the.
But if they don't want to listen to our recommendations and it kind of tends to deteriorate, well then we'll get more involved, and that's where we will go into the enforcement aspect of the nuisance bar task force.
Richie saying by reporting disturbances, you can help the task force get rid of a problem in your neighborhood.
Over. Get the car and go.
Keep building that chip up on my shoulder. Keep beating that marquee on my back. I can feel your hot air blowing in colder, stoking this fire up under my ass. I'll be living for the day, gonna see my face. You thought I'd crawl under a rock and never wanna come out, but I'll never let you give me a reason to doubt me now.
Time to go home. Everybody's got to leave. Time to get out of here. Make your way to your cars. Leave. Everyone's got to go. Time to go.
Just imagine trying to live in that neighborhood. And Erie is trying to rebuild their image of all this, puppy dogs and kitty cats. And this is the real stuff. You're not going to see it on 24, 12, 35. Nothing against the local media. They're not going to pick up these stories up because it's just not what the city wants to spin. You know, we see all kinds of great video, Juneteenth and that and this, that, and this, the other thing. But this is what people, you and I, the taxpayers, not me, I don't live in the city anymore, have to deal with. And it's just because of a local nuisance bar that used to probably be a really nice place. You know, all these cities all had nice little bars in their little neighborhoods. Everybody went down there and had an adult beverage, played little cards, had some fun. Everybody went home. Well, that element is gone, and then now the new element has to be loud and obnoxious, and now the cops have to come in and at 2:45 in the morning on their PA systems to get everybody to go home and stop twerking on light poles. Thank you, Jesus. I moved out of the city of Erie a long, long time ago. But yeah, so that was one of Dave's videos. Dave puts these videos together. You can follow. You want some more information on where he posts his videos? Um, just reach out to him, and he'll send you to his other accounts. That what I missed now. Well, let's see. You're 32 minutes into the show. You missed a lot. After the show's over, you can go back and you can rewind it. We're just talking about nuisance bars in the city of Erie, and this one is the corner 6th and Parade next to the used to be a Shell station. I don't know what it is now, but this is why the city of Erie is struggling to re-identify who they are, because you have this element that has just taken over those little areas. Who wants to live next to them? I wouldn't. I give Dave a lot of credit for hanging in there. Yeah. Thanks, Matt. Appreciate that. Yeah, it's a little bit of a ride out to Lake City, or where it's at. If you need a ride, get one of us. We'll make sure that we can carpool out there, because this is really important stuff, folks. Really, really important. Like we said, we're tired of losing. We got to do different things. We have to change gears. So this is our one shot. So let's get it right. So yeah, let's just go ahead right into the next one. It's called Bad Reporter.
Fake news, and you say that, darling. That's fake news.
Well, why
I
would
don't
the
go to
Department of
war.
Defense?
Listen, be quiet. Listen. You don't listen. You never listen. That's why you're second grade. We're not going to war. We're going to clean up our cities. We're going to clean them up so they don't kill 5 people every weekend. That's not war. That's common sense.
Yeah, you fake news. That was a good video. I mean, I gotta laugh, but that's why he hurts people's feelings, and people are all about their feelings, because we don't want to hurt feelings anymore. Feelings are overrated. I only care about my sleepy and hungry times. Other than that, feelings are overrated. Let's see what else. Go ahead and play what's next, Brenda.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the 47th President of the United States, President Donald J. Trump, accompanied by First Lady Mrs. Melania Trump.
I got Trump derangement syndrome. I hate the motherfucker. TDS. Democrats have TDS. You can't catch it from French kissing, no, it's all inside your head. What is more, there's no cure, makes you dumb and immature. Watch the fake news, it's atrocious. See their hatred, so ferocious. They can scream, they can shout, some will threaten to move out and expatriate like Ellen DeGeneres. Although it may confound you, yes, it's all around you. TDS. When you're down in the dumps, you can blame it all on Trump. There is no accountability if you're living like a chump. You're alone on your phone, hear his voice, it makes you moan. That's when you increase your drinking, say goodbye to critical thinking. He tells jokes, you get ill, now it's him you wish to kill. To democracy, he's an existential threat. Come on, put down your drink, it's time to call your shrink for TDS. If you're stressed, an exorcist if you're possessed with TDS.
You gotta love the power of the internet. Thank you, Stan. Stan just put an offer out there. If you're from East County, his neck of the woods, get all the Stan. That way we can carpool and make sure everybody gets there. I know it's a little bit of a little bit of a John, but it's nice. It's nice to see the price of gas coming down. Let's get this thing fixed up, and we can work it out. Still, even at there was like it's really high. Well, it's still cheaper than Joe. And speaking of Joe, did anybody happen to catch the video of Joe at the at the library kickoff for Barack Hussein Obama, coming out on the stage, lost, playing with his glasses, asking for his granddaughter. Jill, you had one job, and that's to herd him off the stage. And he just like, and this is the guy that they wanted in charge of this country again. Whew. But yeah, other than that, so this is a cool little video I found with everything talking about our birthday of the country, and kind of reaffirming and going over simplified why and who we are as Americans. And that way we don't forget that. Boom. Second Amendment, please.
Second Amendment was never just about hunting. It was never just about self-defense. And when it was written, the founders had a much larger concern in mind. A government that could no longer be challenged by its own people. In 1791, the Second Amendment became part of the Bill of Rights. Just 20 years earlier, many of the men who helped write it had fought a war against their own government. That experience shaped how they viewed power. The founders believed that liberty could not survive if the government held a monopoly on force. To them, an armed citizenry was not merely a personal right, it was a safeguard against tyranny. The amendment begins with words that are often overlooked today. A well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state. In the 18th century, a militia was not a professional military force. It was ordinary citizens, farmers, merchants, tradesmen, men who could be called upon to defend their communities when needed. The founders were deeply suspicious of standing armies. Throughout history, permanent armies had often been used by rulers to suppress political opposition and concentrate power. The British Army's presence in the colonies was still fresh in their minds. Many Americans believed that an armed population provided an important balance against centralized authority. This does not mean the founders expected citizens to overthrow the government whenever they disagreed with a law. Their first line of defense was always elections, representation, local government, and constitutional limits on power. But they also believed that a free people should never become completely dependent on the government for their own security. That principle became the foundation of the Second Amendment. Today, debates over gun policy often focus on modern concerns. But the historical question is different. Why did the founders believe this right belonged in the Bill of Rights at all? The answer begins with their understanding of human nature. They believed power has a tendency to expand, and they wanted future generations to have safeguards against it. Whether one agrees with their reasoning or not, the Second Amendment was written as part of a broader constitutional system designed to preserve liberty by limiting government power. That was its original purpose. Follow for more for...
I saw that video and I'm like, oh my goodness, that is exactly the point. And we have gotten so far off track of the essence of who we are and why our forefathers did what they did. Because they actually, oh, what's that word I'm looking for? Oh, they knew what it was like to be under a king, not this fake baloney that they put up that Trump was a king. We got rid of these guys 250 years ago. We have a constitution, the Bill of Rights. People, it's funny. We always have this conversation like, well, the first one makes sense. We have the right of freedom of speech. But remember, those freedom of speech has consequences when you threaten other people or, hey, I've got a bomb and I'm going to hurt an airplane. That's not freedom of speech. Well, then the second one was to make sure you could back up the first one. I mean, that was just absolutely genius. There's some skits on Saturday Night Live that they're having fun with that. And I was shocked that they actually touched it because it was about the Second Amendment and Saturday Night Live. They're usually very, very left leaning but to actually talk about the gun rights on our forefathers. It's that I tried to play it, I played it, and man, I got like 10 different warnings from every station that I violated copyright laws. So I can't play with that one anymore. Boy, they really get you, you know. So Brenda just sent me a text about the Joe Biden video that we were just talking about, and that's all about her. She's in the command center going click, 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 click. About that. What's your opinion on the Supreme Court ruling on marijuana? I have not seen that one yet. I have not paid attention. Again, we've been very, very busy. That's something it's a good discussion. My personal belief, I have a problem with it. And we can go into that in another show. But off the top, I have no problem with the medical part of it. But remember, when you have that medical card, there are consequences. You better decide which one you want better. You want to have to be able to smoke pot or carry a firearm, because when you lose one, you gain one, you lose one. Real simple. I don't make the laws until the feds change that, and the Supreme Court puts something on pen on paper. That's the way it's going to go. You got that ready, Brenda?
My granddaughter.
It is convenient how they kind of shot around him fumbling around. There's some other videos that have different angles, and it was sad. It really was. They should have just escorted him off the stage, and he was just out there. He looks like the guy from Beavis and Butthead. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be mean, but it looks like the guy from Beavis and Butthead. So thanks, Jared. Appreciate that. We use a company called Restream. It costs a couple bucks, but it gives us a lot of professional grade stuff, and then we can add videos, and we can change lighting, bring in another cameras, and just a click of a switch of a mouse changes everything. So let's see. Recycling pool.
Okay, multiple people, including a former U.S. Olympian, have now been arrested for allegedly vandalizing the newly renovated reflecting pool in the nation's capital.
Kevin Cork joins us now from the White House with all the latest on this. Kevin, good morning.
Yeah, frankly, and good morning to all of you. This is a sad story because all Americans, I don't care about your political stripes, enjoy the reflecting pool. But as Charlie points out, we're talking about someone who's gone from competing in Olympic-sized swimming pools to being accused of vandalizing the reflecting pool along the mall. And, of course, he ends up in cuffs. And apparently he's not the only one. We're speaking of a former Olympian canoeist, 67-year-old David Hearn, three-time Olympian, by the way, said he was cycling by the monument on Friday. He noticed a piece of the pool's underliner floating in the water, but authorities, they didn't buy his story at all, and now they're accusing him of being one of several individuals of trying to sabotage the project, with a pair of arrests being made so far. In fact, the president said as much in a post on Truth Social, announcing, quote, many additional people have been arrested having to do with the disgraceful vandalism of our beautiful reflecting pool. What these terrible vandals have done is a true affront to both Presidents George Washington and Abraham Lincoln, and should be dealt with accordingly. They also poured corrosive and destructive chemicals into the pool. Finally, he adds this: we are very proud of what we have done with this magnificent structure, and we'll get it repaired quickly to an equal level of beauty. Now, the pool, which had been restored to a beautiful cerulean as part of the America 250 celebration, spent years mired in an algae-covered state until the big cleanup. But suddenly we started reading reports of a new algae bloom forming, and the peeling lower coating, critics said it was a shoddy job done by the contractors. Turns out that's not true at all, and now we know why. Now, the cleanup of this $14 million project is ongoing, even at this very hour. But given the fact that the 4th of July is right around the corner, to get it ready, they're going to have to work around the clock, guys.
15. Most boring cities to live in Pennsylvania. Number 15 brings us to Plum, Pennsylvania. Number 14 brings us to Economy, Pennsylvania. Number 13 brings us to Darby, Pennsylvania. Number 12 brings us to Duquesne, Pennsylvania. Number 11 brings us to Oil City, Pennsylvania. Number 10 brings us to Sharon, Pennsylvania. Number 9 brings us to Newcastle, Pennsylvania. Number 8 brings us to Altoona, Pennsylvania. Number 7 brings us to Johnstown, Pennsylvania. Number 6 brings us to Williamsport, Pennsylvania. Number 5 brings us to Scranton, Pennsylvania. Number 4 brings us to Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania. Number 3 brings us to Reading, Pennsylvania. Number 2 brings us to Lancaster, Pennsylvania. Before we reveal the last city, make sure to hit that like button and follow so you never miss out on more videos like this one. Number 1 brings us to Erie, Pennsylvania.
Well. Erie comes up on top of another list, another very positive list. I mean, I don't make this stuff up. I don't generate it. I just find it. It's people that are really good at what they do, and they have every survey by state. You know, most population, worst employment. I mean, best sunrises. I mean, they do everything you can imagine. But I saw that one. I'm like, oh my God, that one is absolutely hilarious. But you know, that's why we try to do better. You know, because we always say, and I've always said it, when Erie does well, Erie County does well. When Erie County does bad, Erie's going to do bad. So it's a team effort. But the problem is, it appears that the city of Erie is not pulling their fair share. They're really not. I mean, you know, we haven't had a tax increase, a property tax increase out here in Harbor Creek in over 30 years. Fees bump up a little bit, school taxes go up a little bit, but you know what? It's a tough check to write. But I tell you what, we have a good product out here. We have a good school district. You know, my oldest son graduated from Harbor Creek. My youngest graduated from Iroquois. We lived in the city of Erie, and I found out real quick how bad the city schools were. And then I made the mistake of actually working at Erie High. Lord have mercy on my soul. I don't know how. I really don't. It's an absolute fiasco in that school. They got mad that they had police officers and metal detectors. They took all that stuff out because they didn't want a police state. So then guess what? Right after that, we have a shooting. Kid walks in with a gun. Nobody checked it. Bang. We have a shooting. Well, where's all the police officers and where's all the metal detectors? Well, you guys told us to take them out. Well, guess what? Now it's all back. Now it's back to adjusting into that. You know, then they get mad. They had to have all their backpacks checked. Well, okay, that's fine, but you have to have your backpacks checked. They go through the metal detector, their hands searched, the backpacks. You would think I stole their ice cream money when they made them go to clear backpacks. Now, they didn't make them go buy them. You, the taxpayers, paid for every student in the Erie School District to have a clear backpack. These kids fought tooth and nail over having clear backpacks. Go to Erie events. Go to a game. Go to a concert. You have to have clear backpacks. They all get searched. Everybody gets searched nowadays. Everybody. You know, I told you what my new job is. Everybody walks in that hospital. Everybody gets searched. Everybody goes to the metal detector. If you have an issue, your bag is searched. You have an issue with that, you're asked to leave. It's really, 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 man, that's a tough one. They're all good, and everything good is bad. So I'd have to go with Panda Paws. I like Panda Paws. Those are, you know, but yeah. So other than that, we're gonna keep on going because I can feel my voice slowly disappearing. So go ahead, the next video, please.
Alleged plot to kill the president and countless others at Sunday's UFC cage fight on the White House lawn. The plan, which was disrupted only after a worried family member called police, involved flying drones over the audience, detonating explosives above, and then shooting the crowd as it fled. All that according to federal prosecutors who have charged at least 5 in connection, including a teenager quoted as saying the goal was to jumpstart a revolution. Senior White House and political correspondent Ed O'Keefe joins us now with more. Ed, good evening to you.
Tony, good evening. Federal investigators say the alleged plotters were motivated by mutual concern with government corruption, the handling of the Jeffrey Epstein files, and even the environmental effects of data centers. But given security restrictions around the White House, their chance of success was slim. Court papers unsealed today reveal the at least 5 men charged so far likely intended to target and kill President Trump, Vice President Vance, and other wealthy people and politicians at Sunday's UFC event at the White House.
That is a coordinated, planned terrorist plot. Thank God we thwarted it.
At least 19 people had been discussing the plot on the encrypted messaging app Signal. The Secret Service says some have yet to be arrested.
There are still suspects at large, and we're going to work it until everyone's been identified.
The plot began unraveling last Wednesday when the mother of one of the alleged planners, 19-year-old Tyson Proper of Ohio, tipped off police that he was buying weapons. Proper was arrested one day before the UFC fight. Investigators found a rifle painted with an American flag, a tactical vest, and thousands of rounds of ammunition. Proper told law enforcement the plan was to stage a demonstration on the north side of the White House as a distraction, then deploy small explosive-laden drones to detonate over the UFC octagon, then have sniper teams shoot high-value targets as they fled. But this is likely as close as the plotters would have gotten to the north side of the White House and Pennsylvania Avenue. It's closed to the general public because of ongoing construction and staging of the UFC fight. And geofencing blocks private commercial drones from flying over downtown Washington. But former senior DHS official Tom Warwick says law enforcement was lucky to have caught them.
What I do worry about is not the specific plot they had put together for the UFC match on the White House, but rather that they would convert from that to some other kind of deadly attack, and that might have done some real harm.
CBS News has learned the alleged ringleader wasn't arrested until Sunday, the day of the UFC fight. Authorities allowed the fight to go on because the Secret Service believed it had fortified the White House with maximum protection.
And that's the stuff they're telling us. Just imagine all the secret, crazy stuff that they're watching and listening to. It's like everyone's all fired up about these cameras that are up. Folks, I don't know what to tell you. Everything you do, everywhere you go, everything you say, there's somebody watching. Someone's watching this show right now. If it's an AI algorithm that's watching to make sure that we don't put anything incorrect that doesn't go against their guidelines. Drive down the road. If you don't think there's satellites, where do you think your GPS on your smartphone comes from? Satellites. Watching. I think it was Jimmy Carter. I think President Jimmy Carter, it was one of the best things he ever did. He allowed the government to share the satellite technology so we, the little people, would not get lost. So yeah, everyone's getting fired up, making a big deal about these cameras. Listen, I've got cameras around my house. I've got cameras in my car. Whenever I'm working a private detail, we're out with the fire department. We wear body cams. Everything we do, everything we say is recorded, and someone's watching. So going around cutting a couple light poles down with cameras on them, if you think that's going to make a difference, it's not. Drive down the road and see how many Ring cameras people have on their houses. Look how many crimes have been solved by something happening across the street and the people had a Ring camera. So if you're not doing nothing wrong, what are you worried about? You want my picture? There it is. People do screenshots and make memes all the time about our show. And, I would be sad not to say that even though that the peak views have kind of slowed down on Mr. Fake Viking, they're still climbing. They're still climbing. They're still going up. It was like this. Now it's kind of like, but it's still going up. Kimmy's story about the 86 47 on the Brig Niagara. That absolutely skyrocketed. I wouldn't be so shocked if it wasn't close to 100,000 views right now. That story will go viral. Somebody on the internet will pick it up and run with it. Because you know what? There was like, oh, but that's not a threat. Okay, whatever. If that's your opinion, that's fine. I can't change that. There's nothing I can do or say to change that. But guess what? We all know the deal. So really, we're kind of coming down to the end, and this is we try to do the serious stuff, local, state, federal, talk about local events, we had privilege of one of Dave's videos. Some of Dave's videos I would love to play, but I'm like, oof, that really pushes. I like to push, but he just takes the bulldozer and just plows it right over. We try to be nice-ish. The next one is Mark Funny.
You're broody. Oh, okay. You're like really broody. You're broody. Yeah, that works.
Don't hit him with that stick. He ain't gonna hurt you.
Hey, bitch.
You are so dirty. Are you gonna shake off? Come here. Morning, baby.
Get your asses back in this yard. Uh-huh. Gone.
Do that thing you do, man. Do that thing you do. 1, 2, 3.
Get it, chicken. Get it, chicken. Get it. Get it, chicken. Good job.
Okay, I'm gonna do a test.
Hi, chickens. Hide.
Well, like I said, we always try to end the show on a funny, and of course, everybody loves a good funny chicken video, which, we do that. But thank you all for coming out. Thank you for bearing with me with my nasally sound tonight. I've had like 15 cough drops and drinking water off camera when the videos are playing. Thank you all for coming out. I appreciate it. You guys make the show. You guys are the ones that are sharing and liking. And, I get statistics back on that. We're doing well. We actually are doing very, very well. Other than our fake Vikings saying that my little podcast doesn't go anywhere. Well, considering that I was the People's Choice Awards last year, and that's my segue. Don't forget, July 9th is when we start voting again. I will post it. I will put the links up, and you guys can say how much you appreciate the show by just going there and clicking on it. Just click on it, and hopefully we can take the big iHeartRadio people. We can take the big syndicated folks. We can take a run for money again, and it gives me a lot of bragging rights, and I don't mind putting it on my business cards that it's an award winning. We always have our little scrolling thing here. My camera 2 shot is just poised at the wall with a little fill light. I gotta fix that. I gotta bring that up just a little bit more. But my little tripod only goes up so high. Am I proud of it? Yes, because we earned it. Not me, not you. We. It's just like with these elections. It's not gonna be me winning. It's gonna be us winning. We have to make a change because this isn't working. It's really, really not working. If you have any questions or you need some information about Stacey Garrity, please reach out to Kim. She is the queen of the Garrity campaign here in Erie County. If you need a sign or you need literature, get with Kim, and we can get that. And like I said, Stacey reached out looking for a person that is a veteran that would be able to represent her when she's not available. And of course, I humbly accepted her offer because, you know, she's a full-bird colonel and I'm just an Army sergeant. If she makes an offer you can't refuse. When the future governor asks, you do. And especially being a colonel, maybe being just a little sergeant. Thank you all for coming out tonight. Again, a special thank you to my lovely wife for putting all the videos together. I had to work today, so I really had almost that much say in what we saw tonight. I trust her. She produces the show every week. It's just good videos, edits them up. And again, special thank you to Dave for giving us our videos. And they are entertaining. You know, sometimes we have to edit it for language. Sometimes you put some music on there that's very explicit, and I don't want to get dinged from Facebook. I really don't. You know, this is our main platform, and they've been very, very forgiving and allowing us to do a lot. So I don't like to push them too hard. I get a ding every once in a while. The music seems to be okay. I haven't got any warnings because the outro song is the 814 band. They are here locally. Great organization. Their coffee shop will be opening up here very, very soon. They got all their building permits in order. I drive by it every day. Can't wait till it opens up. It's going to be one cool little coffee shop, excuse me, that they'll have bands and stuff like that. So we'll keep you abreast of that. Brenda, outro video, please.
Fight has never been clear. Take a good look in the mirror and tell me what you see. They throw their stones to silence people, build up their walls to celebrate evil. Destructions are what they seek, and they got their man Charlie. But like an avalanche rolling downhill, like a fighter imposing his will, an army is born. Like the force of a tsunami wave, rising up, going boldly in faith. We cried and we mourned, but now this is war. One bullet, one shot, but don't be mistaken. They took out a life, but united a nation, and we are not afraid. We rise up against those demonic forces who kill and destroy, but forgot who our Lord is, standing strong and brave. The sleeping giant waves, like an avalanche rolling downhill, like a fighter imposing his will. An army is born, like the force of a tsunami wave, rising up, going boldly in faith. We cried and we mourned, but now this is war. They took out someone, a dead husband and son, because of his views and his faith. They thought they had won, no idea what they've done. Now they're lying in the bed that they've made. They took out someone, a dead husband or son, because of his views and his faith. They thought they had won, no idea what they've done. Now they're lying in the bed that they've made, and they created a martyr that day. Like an avalanche rolling downhill, a prize fighter imposing his will. An army is born, like the force of a tsunami wave, rising up, going boldly in faith. We cried and we mourned, but now this is a war. Like an avalanche rolling downhill, a prize fighter imposing his will. He lived without fear. Oh, like the force of a tsunami wave, rising up, going boldly in faith. It won't disappear. Now the whole world hears. So let me be clear, Charlie, we got it from here.
All right, everybody. Thanks for coming out on this Sunday night. I appreciate you. Hopefully next Sunday I'll sound a little bit better and not quite so nasally, but we made it through. Thank goodness to water and cough drops. Again, I'll see you next Sunday at 7 p.m. You got any stories you want to talk about? Send them to me. Got any homemade videos that we can deem appropriate? We'll put them on the show, and we're just going to do some homegrown stuff. Dave always sends us videos, and because this is our show, it's not my show. We can talk about whatever you guys want to talk about, and that's what makes us so popular. Is we the people exercising our First Amendment rights and coming on here and saying happy birthday, America. Like I always say, Shank out. Have a good weekend. I'm done.